Alright, what's going on, guys? So today I want to come on here and just kind of have a little discussion about where Elden Ring is and where we sit in terms of like rumors and any official news that we have. We're going to be covering all of that right here. And before we get started, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already, so you can be up to date with everything Elden Ring and all the new From Software projects. I'll be covering them all right here on the channel, so let's get into Elden Ring. So I'm sure all of you are watching the Game Awards and were definitely as eager as I was to see anything about Elden Ring. Well, to our disappointment, we didn't get a trailer, but we did get some new information. Elden Ring did win the most anticipated game of 2020. Now, that isn't a big deal for anyone that's not too involved in what's going on, but that does send a message to From Software and all the other big companies. If they want to start marketing it, they can, and there's going to be a lot of traction behind it, so they'll get a lot of organic marketing with the ads themselves. Now, we already know that Amazon and some other retailers are already running ads advertising pre-orders for Elden Ring, even though we don't have a trailer or a release date yet. And that's very interesting, especially for a large retailer like Amazon. You don't typically advertise a product that doesn't exist yet, but there's a catch with that. Amazon is no stranger to having automated ads that put placeholder products like what they have for Elden Ring right now, which it lists a release date on there. And I've seen that trip a lot of people up thinking that that's the actual release date, which it is not. That is a placeholder date, and that's also a placeholder cover art and title for the game, since we don't have anything super official yet. So basically what's going on there is they have a placeholder product in place that has the tags and the keywords that are going to be sending ads to people that are typically interested in video games, new releases, and From Software games specifically. Here's the catch though, those ads would not be running if this game was several years out. What's likely going on here is that the larger companies have sent the Elden Ring placeholder product to the companies, giving them the okay to list that because they know it'll send the message that the game is coming. So the fact that that exists in the first place is a good sign. Now, we also have a new rumor coming from a gaming insider that says they have inside information about Elden Ring and that it's not too far off. So this is coming from Jeff Grubb. He has a pretty proven track record when it comes to games like this that are really anticipated titles like Elden Ring is. So he says, they're obviously working on this game. They didn't show it at the Game Awards, but I think they probably could have if they wanted to. He says, I really think it's in that state, but let's just give it another month or two. He also says, here's one thing I've heard that I can say. Have a little bit more patience, but just a little bit more. That doesn't mean days. I don't think it quite means weeks, but it doesn't mean months and months and months. So that sounds like he actually does know what's up with Elden Ring. So let me say that again. This is not an official source. This is an unofficial source, but it sounds like he does know someone that is actively involved in the project. Now, this would also line up with all the rumors we heard back before the Game Awards saying that it might not be at the Game Awards, but it would be shown either December, January, or February. These are all starting to line up and come together, and I think we've got a pretty good picture of when we're going to see this thing. But this is really starting to look to me like a 2021 release for certain. I know there was another guy saying that it was likely supposed to be released in March, but that kind of fell through because of COVID. But when we take all the rumors and everything we've heard from the sources together, it really does seem like we're going to get this game in 2021. So something else I wanted to do in this video was kind of analyze the way FromSoft likes to market their games, and see that Elden Ring is very, very different than what we've seen in the past with other FromSoft releases like Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, and Sekiro. Now, if you remember the way Bloodborne was marketed back when they first announced that game, after the trailer came out, you saw Bloodborne everywhere. They had like 6 different trailers, I believe, after the first teaser. I know a lot of people thought the way they handled that was very overbearing, and that they kind of were going to get diminishing returns on their marketing. And I mean, everybody knows From Software games kind of sell themselves. I remember after we got the first actual name reveal of Sekiro, I saw that game everywhere. They had several trailers for the game, it was at every game show, and so, I mean, everybody knew about that game. It was not like this situation at all. Dark Souls 3 was a little different though, because I remember there was a time for that. I can't remember if it was before or after we got the trailer for it, that there were a lot of rumors going around in the leaks about the feature where you can move bonfires and that kind of thing. That was a really big point in the community, and it was a long time there that we were just kind of speculating and going off leaks and rumors. Very similar to what's going on here with Elden Ring. However, I remember that time, after all the speculation started and it got kind of picked up and got mainstream, the trailer dropped only like a month or so after, if I remember correctly. Because once the news articles got it, I remember the trailer coming out almost immediately after that. So this is a very different marketing strategy that From Software is choosing to go with, but I think it's actually doing them good. Because when you have a company as large as From Software and the games that really sell themselves like this, having a strategy that relies on organic marketing is very, very powerful. I mean, you can see there's been so many communities forming around Elden Ring, and the game's not even out yet. It's only had one trailer. Like, I've seen that dude's channel who does the daily Elden Ring updates, and they're pretty funny because it's just like the same 20 seconds every single day of no new Elden Ring news. But I mean, it's things like that. He's got tens of thousands of subscribers and thousands of people watching the videos every single day. And you can see all the fan art and like fan theories of the bosses and things like that. The community is there and the market is there. I mean, it's very evident the game won the most anticipated game of the year. So the strategy of silence is very well working for them. But because of that, I believe the message has been sent, and they definitely know about all the hype behind this game. So just according to everything that we know so far, I'm very confident that we will be seeing a 2021 release for Elden Ring. And I don't think it would be too far-fetched to assume that we will be getting a trailer or gameplay or something within the next few months, because it really sounded like this guy had some insider information about it, and he knew what he was talking about. But guys, that's going to wrap up the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with the latest Elden Ring news. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one.
I let her test drive out in the west side. She get my best side. Girl, I know you see it coming on your timeline. You're just like fine wine, hit on my line. Girl, I know